Hello friends, Pastor Daniel Gouveia here. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Today I'm reviewing a very nice little Bible, the New King James Compact Center Column Reference Bible by Thomas Nelson. I have the black genuine leather edition. It comes in this clamshell box. Very sturdy, very nice, good looking. It retails for $119.99 US, but I'm sure you will be able to get it for way less on Amazon in maybe a few days or weeks, because when they come out, the prices are a little bit higher, but then you will be able to get it at a discount, I'm sure. Now, some of the features, as you can see here in the back of the box, include over 43,000 cross-references, and those references are located in a center column. So that's really nice. A lot of people love this format. I believe this Bible will be loved by many. Has a concordance, actually a nice concordance for a Bible this size. Full color maps, flexible and strong Smite Soon binding. Has 2 satin ribbon markers, Words of Christ in red, and it is in the comfort print, and the font is 8-point of the comfort print. Really nice Bible. I have to say, I really like it. So this is genuine leather, and you can see here the grain that is beautiful, really good. Has Holy Bible stamped here in the front in gold, and then it has also gold stamping in the spine. It has Holy Bible, New King James, and Thomas Nelson here at the bottom, and surrounded by these rectangles of gold, these lines of gold. Really nice. Has 5 raised hubs. They're very pronounced. They're very beautiful. It is perimeter stitched, as you can see, and it is Smite Soon, like I mentioned in the beginning. Has a black headband and a black tailband, and it has a black satin ribbon marker for the Old Testament and a red for the New Testament, and they look really nice. They have a diagonal cut, and you see they look really awesome. Okay, so has gold gilding in the edge of the pages. No color under the gold, just gold gilding. And the gilding is really nice. So you open it up. It is a paste down liner. It's not edge lined. And it is not a leather liner. Okay, this is synthetic. So you open it and you have a presentation page. So you can give it to someone and make it personal, put the name, the date, Has Psalm 119, 105 here at the bottom of the presentation page. Has a title page, the Holy Bible, then the Holy Bible containing the Old and New Testament, red letter edition, Thomas Nelson, New King James. Here you have the information page. And it is a Bible printed in India. So Thomas Nelson went back to India to print another Bible. And that's probably a good thing for many people, because a lot of people complain that Thomas Nelson prints their Bibles in China. A lot of Bibles are printed in China. So yeah. Now, I reviewed a Bible that they printed in India, and I really didn't like the binding and the paper. So I was looking at this one, and I believe it's a little bit better than the wide margin that they printed in India. The paper quality, to me, seems a little bit better, and the binding seems a little bit more sturdy than that one. But that's just my personal opinion. So you have the contents here, the Old Testament, the New Testament, and you have Bible book abbreviations, preface to the New King James Version, how to use this reference Bible, and the Old Testament title page. And then Genesis, boom, have the text. So 8-point font. Tiny, but not too tiny. I think it's very readable, has a lot of space between the lines, and it is a verse-by-verse format, 2-column, center column for references. You see it has 2 lines separating the center column of references from the 2 outer columns of text. Looks really nice. I really, really love the layout, and I love the size and the portability of this Bible. It really fits in your hand well. I'll make some size comparisons at the end, but yeah, it looks really, really good. The verse numbers are very visible for font of this size, so yeah, I believe they're a little bit maybe bigger than the text. And yeah, they stand out enough for me. So, yep, I love it. As you can see, it has a really decent size of margin space. I really love it, and a very good size in the gutter. That, to me, really sells the Bible. I know not everybody's like me, but I like to have a little bit of space if I want to do small annotations, and I love this, really. Nice job. Way to go, Thomas Nelson. The text in the center column for the references and translation notes is always in black, even in the New Testament, where we have the words of Jesus in red. The text inside the column for the references is always in black. The verse number that the reference refers to is in bold, but the rest of the text is not. So you have black also for the subheadings, and an interesting thing you have under the subheadings, not under all subheadings, but under many subheadings, you have cross-references. You have actually corresponding passages that speak to the same topic or that help you understand that passage. So I love that. That's really good, especially in Kings and Chronicles. You have that. Also in the Gospels, corresponding passages in the other Gospels. I love that. That's very, very good, very helpful when you're reading the Bible, when you're studying. Yes, see here another one here in 2 Kings. And again, you don't have it always, but you have it many times. Here again, 2 Kings again. Really, really nice. So page number is centered at the top of the page, as you can see. You also have in the outer upper corner of the page the indication of the book and chapter and verse that you're on. So yeah, very, very good. Okay, so here you come to the separation between the Old and the New Testament. You have just the title page for the New Testament. Every book starts on a new page. Here you have the Gospel of Matthew, and like I mentioned, this is Words of Jesus are in red. I was going through the red. I did see some inconsistency in the printing. Not enough for me to not use this Bible or consider it as something of a inferior quality. There's always inconsistencies. There's a little bit more than I would like to see, for sure, but I'm being honest. But I could still use this Bible very, very well and have no problems in making it one of my main Bibles. So, yeah, especially if you, like me, have a need for carrying your Bible to different places, well, this is awesome. The red does go all the way through Revelation. The paper seems resistant to me. It's white, and I am going to test it at the end, see how it will take the ink of my microns, and so you'll see that as well if you stick around. Okay, so just showing you the Bible. As I mentioned here in the Gospels, you have all these extra cross-references or passages that relate to this passage under the subheadings. You have a lot of those in the Gospels. And I absolutely love that. So it tells you the parallel accounts in the other Gospels. So I really enjoy the layout of this Bible, book titles in black, even in the Gospels, they're all in black. You hear John, and really, really good. And underneath the subheadings, when you have those references, cross-references, if you want to call them, or just passages that relate to the same topic or that help you understand that topic, they are a little bit lighter. It's black, but it's lighter, and so it kind of looks like gray. I think it's black. I was looking at it very closely, but it looks a little bit lighter, so sometimes looks like gray, but yeah. Title, subheadings, chapter numbers, you have black, okay? The red is dark, and I love it. I love this shade of red. Really, really nice. Maybe a little bit darker than what you see here in the image that my camera is portraying at this point. Yeah, I like it. Very good. The red does go all the way through Revelation, and when you get to the end of Revelation, you have a reading plan. Read your Bible in a year. It has this little check boxes that you can mark if you want to read this Bible in a year. And then you have prayers of the Bible. You have almost 100 prayers, and who was praying and what was the topic that they were praying about, or the theme they were praying about. Really nice. Then you have a concordance, and it's not a super concordance, okay, but it is a very nice concordance for a compact Bible, for a Bible this size. I counted 91 or 92 pages of concordance, so pretty good for a Bible this size, and the font is readable. It's tiny, but it's readable, like the font of the Bible, okay? I don't know if it's exactly the 8-point, but it's close. Perhaps a little bit tinier, but close to that 8-point font. So when you get to the end of the concordance, you have 8 pages for notes, or 7 pages and a half, or 7 pages and 2/3. So, and yeah, they're really, really nice. You can, this is where I'm going to test the paper in a minute. Then you have a note regarding the type, as you have in many of these Bibles by Thomas Nelson, or all of them in the Comfort Print. They have a note regarding the type. And the New King James is a really, really nice, interesting note. And then you have the Zondervan maps that you normally have in these Bibles by Thomas Nelson. And it is not glossy, shiny paper. It is matte, and I really, really like it. So, yeah, very, very nice. Very nice. Love it. This is the end of the Bible here. So let's do some size comparison here. So first of all, I'm going to put it side by side, a Skylar PSQ, personal size quintel. You see they're almost similar. The footprint on the compact NKJV by Thomas Nelson is a little bit bigger, or it's a little bit taller, the Bible. Let me show you here. Yeah, see, just a little bit, okay? Not much, a tad bit there. And in terms of width, they're pretty comparable, but again, the compact NKJV is a little bit wider, okay? A little bit taller, a little bit wider. In terms of thickness, I would say that the Skylar is a little bit thicker, okay? Again, the Skylar is a different Bible. It's a premium Bible, has premium features that this one does not have. And yeah, I love it. I use the PSQ a lot. And of course, the price is different than this Bible. But I can tell you that for under the price of a PSQ, you get a really, really nice Bible here. And of course, some people absolutely love verse by verse and center column when the Skylar has the references at the bottom, and it is not, doesn't have that center column, and it is not verse by verse. It does have verse numbers that are bold, which I love, but it is not verse by verse. It is paragraph format. But anyways, just wanted to give you an idea of the size If I compare it to the recently released McLaren NKJV thin line that I reviewed here on my channel, this is how it's going to look. You see that the compact is way smaller. Footprint of the compact is way smaller, even though the thickness, you see that the compact is a little bit thicker, but that's okay because the other one is a thin line and this one is a compact, okay? So yeah, just giving you an idea. Another Bible that I'm going to put it here side by side is the classic verse-by-verse center column reference Bible. Now, this one is an amazing Bible. I believe Thomas Nelson has really made something special with this one. There's several cover options like black goatskin. There's a gray genuine leather that I absolutely love with blue in the edge. Really nice. But anyways, this one doesn't have the two lines to separate the center column reference from the outer columns of the text, but I love it. I really love this layout. Just absolutely love it. Just needed to have a little bit more space in the gutter for me, but this is the size of it, and this is the size of the compact when you put it close to one another. Ta-da! 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 In terms of thickness, let's see here. Yeah, you see the difference. This is a beast of a Bible, but it's really that word "beast" doesn't go really well here. This is solid, very solid, big Bible. Okay, yeah, this is a bigger, larger Bible, heavier, and yeah, of course, the font is also, I believe, 10 point, something like that, 10 or 11 point, which I absolutely love this font. Just amazing. Okay, I've reviewed this Bible, several versions of it, several covers, and you can watch those reviews if you like. And now to the good part, let's test out this paper. Okay, so I wrote something here that you might recognize, and then I made a drawing here, and I really pressed down hard the red here of my Micron pen, and as you can see, there's no bleed through. So, I mean, there's no bleed through. So, I think the paper is pretty resistant, more than I was expecting, and it's fairly opaque. So yeah, really nice. Has like a little bit of a creamy feel to it, like, you know, milky feel to it, if you want to call it that way. It's just my way of expressing the texture of this paper. Very, very soft to the touch. Yeah, and as you saw, very resistant. So if you want to make some notes, you won't have a problem at all, since I'm sure you won't do what I just did here. And even though I did what I did, no bleed through. So, well, I hope this review is useful for you. It's probably way too long, longer than it should be, but yeah. Thank you, Thomas Nelson, for sending this Bible in exchange for an honest review. I was not asked to provide any positive feedback, just an honest review, and this is my honest review. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. And remember, friends, no matter what Bible you read it with prayer, read it with faith, read it with humility, and with gratitude. Remember, always remember that Jesus was crucified for you, and he was crucified for me.